Hello, and welcome to Maundy Thursday. This is Mr. Allen 17745, or just Mr. Allen, or just Allen. You can call me anything but late for supper, but one thing, I'm never late for supper. Okay, today is Maundy Thursday. And if you don't know what Maundy Thursday is, it is a Thursday of Holy Week. It is the day before Jesus went to the cross. It is the Last Supper. And so I'm going to read you that out of the Bible. I'm going to do it out of the New English Version because it's easy for me to read. But you can read it out of your own Bible. I'll tell you what's found. I'm going to start in Luke 22 and read on, okay? Okay, I'm going to start in 22 and I'm going to read you what it says up here. They say what section means. A plot to kill Jesus. Starting in verse 1. The festival of thin bread, also called Passover, was near. The chief priests and the teachers of the law of Moses were looking for a way to get rid of Jesus because they were afraid of what the people might do. Then Satan entered the heart of Judas Iscariot, who also was one of the 12 apostles. Jesus went to talk with the chief priests and the officers of the temple police about how he could help them arrest Jesus. They were very pleased and offered to pay Jesus some money. He agreed and started looking for a good chance to betray Jesus when the crowd was not around. I'm going to stop there because Judas betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Okay, and then starting in 7, the day had come for the festival of thin bread, and it was time to kill the Passover lamb. So Jesus said to Peter and John, "Go and prepare the Passover meal for us to eat." But they answered, "Where do you want us to prepare it?" Jesus said, "As you go into the city, you will meet a man carrying a jar of water. Follow him into the house and say to the owner, 'Our teacher wants to know where he can eat the Passover meal with his disciples.' The owner will take you upstairs and show you a large room ready for you to use. Prepare the meal there." Peter and John laughed. They found everything just as Jesus had told them, and they prepared the Passover meal. And then in verse 14 of chapter 22 in Luke, the Lord's Supper. When the time came for Jesus and his apostles to eat, he said to them, "I have very much wanted to eat this Passover meal with you before I suffer. I tell you that I will not eat another Passover meal until it is finally eaten in God's kingdom. Jesus took a cup of wine in his hand and gave thanks to God. Then he told the apostles, "Take this wine and share it with each other. I tell you that I will not drink any more wine until God's kingdom comes." Jesus took some bread in his hand and gave thanks for it. He broke the bread and handed it to his apostles. Then he said, "This is my body, which is given for you. Eat this in remembrance of me." After the meal, he took another cup of wine in his hand. Then he said, "This is my blood. It is poured out for you with it. God makes his new covenant. The one who will betray me is here at the table with me. The Son of Man will die in the way that has been decided for him, but it is terrible for the one who betrays him." Then the apostles started arguing about who would ever do such a thing. Okay, I'm going to stop there on chapter 24. And guess what? You gotta come back and stay tuned to hear the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say. So that's why we celebrate, and that's why Maundy Thursday is so important, because it is the last Passover meal that Jesus ate with his disciples. And somebody might be thinking, what is a Passover? Why do they celebrate Passover? Well, I'll tell you, in the Old Testament, when they were still in Egypt, still slaves, God sent an angel to kill the firstborn of every family, except the one that had blood on the doorpost, and he would pass over them. I think that's why they celebrate Passover, because God passed them over and didn't kill the firstborn. Thank you, and I'll see you again tomorrow with the rest of the story. Bye.